I'm Brian Sozzi. I'm here at the U.S. Open with Hall of Famer and 9-time Grand Slam winner Monica Seles. Thanks for joining us today. I appreciate it. Thank you. So I have to ask, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been up to doing some tennis stuff, working with kids, writing young adult books, and really just so excited that US Open time is here. I love my playing days here at the Open, and to be back, teaming up with American Express for the Go Pro Walk experience has just been a super cool way to start my US Open this year.
You know, I had to ask, I came down here, you were with a bunch of fans, they were waiting in line to take photos with you. Does it feel weird to be in that role? I mean, I walk past there and I don't play tennis, but I was excited to see everybody warming up. Do you think you just grab the racket and play again?
Oh yeah, I mean the energy is just awesome. This is one thing that when you retire from playing professional tennis, you do miss. You miss the fans, you miss that energy when you walk out there, and that's why today when I did my American Express Pro Walk thing, I saw a hologram of Pete, of myself, and I was like getting goosebumps. This is like too weird, but yet it's so exciting.
You know, one thing, you turned pro so young. I mean, you won your first title, I believe, was at 16. How did you manage all that sex? I mean, look at the picture down there. I mean, you had an Amex card in 1998, turned pro in 1989. How did you manage through all that stuff?
Well, early on, I mean, it's kind of like you sink or swim. You really can't prepare yourself for it. But as a player, you know, you work hard. You really want to win that first Grand Slam. And for me, when it happened at age 16, you knew your life changed essentially, because suddenly you're, you know, small business owner. You're employing your coach, your trainer, your agent, and all that stuff and you're still a kid, a teenager. So it's a very fast time. But essentially, end of the day, I love playing tennis, and I really just love what the sport has given me.
What advice would you give? You mentioned you created Monica Seles Inc. Essentially. What tip would you give to a small business?
Well, I think you have to have the passion. I mean, I was very lucky that tennis was my passion. It also became my business. So when you can combine the two, really, I mean, to be here at the Open, places like this brings back wonderful memories of my competitive days. You know, tennis is, every industry is very cutthroat, so you're only as good as your last result. But at the same time, when you love something, the amount of work you put in, you know, you enjoy it.
Are you mentoring anybody right now? I see, I guess, Lendl with Murray. Are you coaching anybody? Are you involved with any of the players right now?
Not on the professional level. No, the reason why, because I just don't want to travel. On a professional tour for almost 18 years, you travel, and it's kind of like just nice to be in my house and not have that crazy schedule, because a professional, you're essentially 10, 11 months on the road.
Sure. You played, I pulled up the YouTube videos. I mean, you played Steffi Graf, you played Serena early in her career. As this record comes into play at the Open, who is most dominant? You offer a really interesting perspective.
It's so hard to compare, because really the generations, I think what Serena is doing through all the different generations she has been playing is quite amazing. I think, you know, and she's still in her prime, so she still keeps going, and I think, you know, she's hungry after last US Open semifinal loss. I think she wants to prove it, that she can add another one, and after watching her play at Wimbledon, I mean, she's playing some great tennis.
How did you prepare to play with her?
I never liked playing Serena. I played her when I think she was 16 years old, her first tournament. I remember calling my agent saying, I'm in trouble, I won't be number one much longer. Serena is just really a true champion, really, both on and off the court. I mean, when you compete against her, she's the toughest competitor, but off course, she's just a really wonderful person.
Great. And lastly, what goals do you have left? I mean, you're still an athlete. I'm sure you still have that competitive spirit. What haven't you done? Do you want to climb a mountain? What do you want to do?
Well, I've done all the crazy stuff, the bungee jumping, the skydiving, all those, the adrenaline rush I call it now as I'm getting, you know, be an older person.
Hey, you said that, not me. I didn't say it.
I'm kind of slowing down and just enjoying more photography and things like that, a little bit more chilled for the moment.
Personally, I would love to see a little more on social media. I mean, you're on Twitter, but we need a tweet from you.
I know. I'm working on it. It's just not my generation. It's hard. But at least, you know, I try to be very authentic in my Twitter, so it kind of really reflects my personality, what you see.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the US Open. I appreciate the time.
My pleasure. Thank you.